Hello, Libra. Welcome to your timeless love variant reading. Please bear in mind a few things before we get started. These messages may hit home if Libra is found in your Sun, Rising, and or Jupiter position. However, if you're here for your moon placement being in a sign of Libra, you may be looking for emotional redemption, and this reading may not be there for the punchline. So for that, go see if you want to check out the content on my sister page. Those energies that are there or those are to come and may assist you with what it is that you are in search of. All right, Libra, it has been a while. It's part of the message, by the way. Literally, it has been a while, but it has been a while, and whatever that may mean for you. But let's continue with the intro. If you are interested in booking in a tarot reading of any kind or wanting a remote healing session from me, please know I am a master healer. No time and place matters in receiving my healings, and I look forward in working with you. With that being said, information can be found in the description box below, as well as the links to any form of other content made available for you. Please know that past, present, and or future energetical timelines could come forth of vibrancy within a reading. So use your discernment to take all of that which belongs to you and to naturally leave the rest behind. All right, we're going to go right in there, Libra. It's been a while, all right, is the intro message. It's been a while, all right. There's something you're not doing, you're not addressing it, and it's just been a while. All right, either it's been a while since you've seen someone that you really love, either it's been a while since it had a chance to reconnect with someone that you love. Maybe it's been a while for you testing the limits on the sanctity of something, and your response is, it's been a while. So let's see. The love variant reading covers whatever the love variant reading wants to cover. This could cover singlehood, partnership, marriage, whatever wants to come up. Just keep that in mind. You're very investigative, Libra. If you're looking over your shoulders, a bit too much for my liking. It's showing off a sense of insecurity. The Dancer, self-expression, strength. The Priest, perseverance and faith. The Thief, seizing the moment, selfishness. Looking over the shoulder energy is probably connected to the Thief energy here. All right, feeling a bit slighted, unnerved, insecure, unbalanced, not like you, and definitely if you are a returning listener to this channel, definitely not the same spirit of energy as last year. It's seen here. Some of you are a little bit annoyed by actually someone who thieves, so your ego is trying to justify that type of behavior. This type of behavior, though, is enjoyed by the ether, because the ether is dancing beautifully with the person that is a bit of a kleptomaniac. And this is a divine message, ladies and gentlemen, those in between and beyond. All right, we are not talking about some karmic shit here. We're talking about the thief that steals the heart of many. Okay, that type of kleptomaniac. It is not very meant to be very 3D or even of a humanistic problem. It's more of, like the card says, seizing the moment and selfishness. Because sometimes in order to seize the moment, you need to be very selfish for you to chime into that moment and have an undivided attention. And that's where we're getting to, Libra. Your attention is completely fucking divided. You do not know what is up from down, down from up, left to right, right to left. You have just no idea. You look calm on the outside. People maybe are even put off by you, by how grounded you look. But on the inside, shit is going absolutely haywire. And you just don't know how to dance with the song well enough that you feel as free as you were up to even a year ago, with even that small little thing that came in your life. Maybe it wasn't small, but it's testing all facets of who you are, Libra, that you don't have the luxury to sit down and think. You have the only luxury that you have right now is to be the dancer, express your self-expression, express your strength by affirming your stance, hold on to your perseverance and instilling the dialogue of whatever the fuck faith means to you, and seize the moment for what they are, and then grant yourself permission for having been selfish. All right? Because in your mind, the thievery compartment is a bit fucked up in the definition, because what's really happening here, the thief card is representing you, Libra. And you're like, me, I don't steal, I don't do anything, I don't know. If anything, I'm trying to be so good, and I actually do the justice. I'm a lawyer. I call out people out for their bluff, for their bullshit. Let's slow it down. At the end of the day, a recurring theme that Steve keeps coming up in these readings is shadow. And Sekhmet does not address the shadow. She dances with it. Okay? And to dance with the shadow is to admit that you have a reflection coming off of the beauty that makes you who you are. Whatever makes you hold on to the attachments that you bring so vivaciousness of love and compassion and generosity and curiosity, the connections that you want to make and have with people. But it gets lost in a conversation of the ether when you do not know how to have this type of loyalty with yourself. You're too busy and needing to be perfect. This is almost worse than Virgo energy, self-analyzing themselves and wondering how perfect they can be. This is one step further into that rabbit hole. You will not even give yourself permission. At the expense of what cost? Your own misery. Which is sad, because that is far from what anyone gets from you when they meet a true version of who you are, Libra. Who you are is an essence that takes over the whole entire body of what it is that you choose it to be. The choice cannot be made from an external source as to what is vibrating through you. The only thing that's assisting out there for you is the ability for you to be more of who you are, at the expense of knowing every decision that you make and learning of every consequential choice of making those decisions or not. Throat chakra is acting up. All right, some of you have asthma problems, some of you have allergy problems, some of you have difficulty breathing. All right, I'm getting be conscientious of a bit more exercise, more physical endurance. Lungs regenerate themselves over time if you let them. Lungs also give you the DMT to see and tap into inner visions or what your galactic light wants to share with you as the Ace of Swords. No, Page of Swords come out. Okay, we wishes for it to be the Ace of Swords. The ego wishes it for it to be the Ace of Swords because the ego version of you is ready to take control. But you don't even know how to identify your ego yet, so that's why it's a Page of Swords. Still trying to understand how to mark off your exes for what they are and circling your dots for what they need to be. I'm hearing some of you are not listening to the message. All right, there's a lot of chasing the messenger and the priestess and readers, but wherever your intuition is asking you to go, you're not listening and you're not going there. The temperance energy, yeah. You've been told over and over again to go somewhere, and you're going to be left in the dust if you don't go, because, well, the door of opportunity doesn't stay open for forever, Libra. The door will close, and you have, the opportunity to make another one, Page of Wands, but you will again be a page in the making, wondering when you can cross your opportunities and circle your dots for what they need to be. And like I said, coming out of the void, but fulfilling the void with your essence, with what you need to be, what you are, what you're figuring out, what you're making sense, what you desire, what you fear, and what you overcome with the Ten of Pentacles here. The need to sustain your breath is important for someone, well, for all of you. It's a temperance energy message right there. The importance of breath is very important. Here's that Ace of Pentacles, not the Ace of Swords, but it's the Ace of Pentacles to now satisfy the ego. All right, the ego is like, oh man, yeah, I can do this. I can live up to these expectations, but not after, until you make sure you understand all of your troubles. All right, this is like a sneaky snake here of opportunity, of not everything in front of you is meant to be in your favor. It's a bit of an illusion, like someone looks really good and opportunistic, but then has like a bit of false flag in front of them or about themselves. Yeah, the King of Swords energy. This person knows a lot, sees a lot, and isn't necessarily to be feared. No, with the King of Swords energy, it's not the fire energy of like trying to battle with your ego. It's more trying to battle with your reason, all right? Because the reason needs to be understood as to why there is so much inaction coming from you, Libra. And the King of Swords has no time for inactivity, all right? You are where the other person is, the King of Swords, and giving you the vivacious stability to feel attracted to this opportunity. You're showing up as a Page of Swords. Someone still learning how to do the craftsmanships or learning the roles of what a king would be. However, whatever this role of outside pressure is or coming up as, it seems like a very fulfilling energy. The letters T-E are prominent here. It's just coming from the Temperance, the 10 and the 10. But T-E is standing out here. This could be an acronym for something. This could be a person's abbreviation. I'm also getting a title of a book, T.E. Okay, so this is just an acronym for maybe also a book. But 1010 I'm also getting is like full chapter, like succession, and allowing now the rewards to come from that chapter that's closed to unfold in the mirroring of that decade. So basically the first decade of issues, the first 10 markings of troubles are now being addressed right now in the 10-10 equation. All right, it's like being, those things are mirroring off of each other. So whatever didn't feel good before may feel better now, because the energies need to mirror themselves off of each other through experience via you. Do something, because you're just not moving. You're not moving. The Temperance energy is pulling you along, and that's the only reason why you're a Page of Wands throughout this, right? It's literally pulling you along, and it's the King of Swords that's pushing the limits of swaying your vitality. Yeah, swaying your vitality here is that energy. With the Five of Swords, it's a very, very problematic, dramatic energy. Do you love this energy? Yes. Do you love the person? I don't know. Do you like the person? Yes. But the level of love, I still need this deck, but a level of love is being questioned because you don't know if you're in love with yourself. The King of Swords energy is not their reading. So this energy is not important to discuss as much as you want to discuss that. You're not getting the message that it has to do about you, me. The me part. You're looking so far as the we compartment to the star, but we can't be us if you understand the me to we. Me to we. Some of you are wondering if that social media me way is any good. I'm hearing no. All right, 8 of Wands. So the message is coming. The message is coming, and some of y'all just like, I'm tired. I don't want it no more. I get it. I get it. I don't want the message. But either way, you do want to float along with the calmer seas. I do see that with the 6 of Swords, and it will happen. All right, there is something not spoken in this reading, and it's a sheer level. There's a trust coming through from this reading, and it's a trust that is there to really just, rattle you the fuck up, Libra. In more ways than you could even think. Imagine all the ways you wanted to be penalized, in the ways that you wanted to be shown other ways to process energies or process circumstances or life choices. Like, all that is coming and putting you in the tumbler and making you see why certain things were not given to you on purpose, and why certain things were given to you on purpose, and will make it make sense. Some of that will be that some of you will get that sort of awareness in your Kundalini awakening, or your trauma retrieval, or past life regression. Excuse me. Something's coming. All right, and you don't want it, but you know you got going for the ride. So start acting like it, because you're ready to fight whatever the fuck it is. And it's not necessarily something that has to be thought of as immediately negative. Maybe you should start thinking that things that seem to have so much drama and expectation around the narrative that something is going to happen is maybe the reason why it keeps coming up, to try to get yourself out of that consciousness that it needs to be a reality of yours. It doesn't have to be. But does it have to be a lesson? Perhaps. And for that lesson cannot be achieved by having expectations of other people. That expectation has to come from you, so that you give yourself trust, that you give yourself discipline, that you give yourself risk, that you give yourself pain and understand what it means to heal. All of those come with being, to put it lightly, being. Libra likes drama, and I think it's really hard for Libra to understand why they shouldn't be triggered in the negative with the word drama. You just like being engaged, all right? The engagement of knowing information. Yeah, look at that. There's a Page of Swords cherry here. There's so many cards, I'm not taking it. But to be engaged is something that makes you feel like you're doing something on purpose, with purpose. And that you are seen in the dialogue of being also be done in purpose. That you have a motive, and if you don't know the motive, that you have a stance. Okay, 6 of Cups and the Emperor energy came flying out here, and that sense of security and wanting again to take a stance. The Emperor does not stop. All right, the Devil energy. Fuck. So far, in every reading that I've done in this cycle of the love variant reading, the ether somehow puts a fucking hand up. Either it's from an oracle card saying, red flag, stop what you're doing, or now my eye is going to the fucking hand of the devil. Stop it. Alright, what are you not doing? Why is the hand of the devil giving me a sign to tell Libra right now to stop? Hold on, let me see. Motherfucker, I don't want to go there. Bottom of the deck, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Temperance energy, the Empress card, the Justice card, the Strength card, the Moon card. Do you understand what all this is? The Seven of Cups is saying, some of you are like, no. Okay, well, you feel the power of it, so let's see if we can get through this, because I don't do this, all right? I don't do this in my readings, but some of y'all love this shit. So, Seven of Cups is an energy. Oh, fuck me. Ah, God. Oh, this hurts. All right, the Fool energy. The Fool is saying the risk factor that you're saying you're not able to do, and I say it's not able to do because you're far from the top of it, all right? It's from at the bottom of the deck. Since you're not able to do it, it's because of the Cups energy, your emotions are making you cloudy. You're dark here, the silhouette is dark, and looking at all your obstacles and feeling overwhelmed by your emotions and the mental space that you can't even create, to the point where the ether is literally putting you in death mode. So that way you understand this is not the purpose of why I want you to create, or you even feeling the need to create, because out comes the Knight of Wands, which is your ego thinking that you have yourself figured out, but you don't. You go out there and realize, damn, the world is fucked up. I have to feed an inner wolf of mine, or it being quote unquote bad or quote unquote good. The world becomes very challenging with understanding my emotions and my perspectives, or giving me a sense of approval, or feeling imbalanced in this imbalanced life. But overall, I understand the overall sense of justice with the Empress energy. I understand my role in the fact that I am an artist and I want to create. But Ether's saying, hold up, heal. There's a stoppage. And boy, I want to entertain that fucking stoppage, but I'm not going to, because we need to see where the ego wants to go. Where is your ego running off to that you think that you can do whatever it is that you're doing? Because some of you are not in control of your shadow. Your shadow is in control of you. And you think it's fear, but it's actually your shadow taunting you. It's more of you taunting little you. Because little you is too busy trying to reconcile with a former version of a weird, blurry memory that you have that's disillusioned, because the moment you speak of it, you realize you're bringing nothing but negative attention to that situation. So the whole project is tainted. Hence why you constantly are being told, and maybe, I don't even know, honestly, I am absolutely ignorant and know what other readers are saying at this time, but you may have come across as someone saying something to you like, you need to take things a bit more serious. Meaning your higher self, the one taunting you, and you thinking it's everyone else's fear, but it's actually your higher self fucking with you, because it just can. You have a sense of not only responsibility, but a sense of intelligence that I do see here, Libra. I do know who I was reading for not too long ago. That content can't be found right now anywhere on this channel. But if you are a returning listener to this channel, you know exactly what I am referring to without having to necessarily utter their specific words. Why? I say why? Two of Swords. The question, motherfucker, the fucking Seven of Swords, man. Can't stand that goddamn card. But not trusting yourself here. This is a direct message for your ego. Not trusting your ego is not trusting the very thing that fights off the demon energy of negative forces that could take your life. Your ego is responsible for triggering that natural fight or flight within you. In any way that you have it. Your ego is responsible for that. Your ego is the first thing that gets introduced to people and to your parents or the adults that shape the version of some sort of pathway on this earth for you to make sense of something. But to only make sense of the reality that you were given or ended up in is a falsehood. That's part of the self-deception, because there's so much more to fly into, so much more to go flock in with the geese of a flock of geese and travel in synchronicity somewhere else and feeling the joy of a new place. All right, life will teach you that. But life isn't about staying still in one paradigm of a grid and teaching and learning these lessons. It's about traversing, getting from one grid to another grid to another grid to another grid, and never stopping, never being afraid of the other side of the grass or the other side of the fence. Never being afraid with the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups wants to wish things to always be some sort of balance, right? Because the wishes may not come from a place of security, but they are coming from a place of desire. So wherever that can be answered will show up in wherever you would like to see it. However, can it be controlled that way? Not for everyone, but it can give you a sense of worthiness to be attached to something coming to fruition if you had your mind and focus on it coming to fruition and feeling like as if you gave birth to it with the Mother of Cups energy. All right, I'm being told to exit this reading, so we're going to slowly get out. Yeah, that Seven of Swords is fucking key here, all right, to teach you what tarot is supposed to teach you at the end of the day. How to get your sovereignty returned back to you with all the bullshit that will either take it away from you and teaching you the quote-unquote wrong ways of life and focusing on certain obsessions that just don't belong in the ether of your consciousness, and trusting yourself to scuba dive into other realms of possibilities, because you might feel closer to home, and whatever home is, to wherever it is that you feel so lost in. Anyway, we have Know Thy Curiosities, Galactic Light, very important energy right there. You may be a jack of all trades, and visions are part of sight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all those in between and beyond, I ask that if you'd like any of my services, so remember to check out that description box below and to get in contact with me. I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space, and may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.